Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, September 18th. The tropics remain very active. We have Hurricane Jose moving northward just off the east coast of the U.S. Another hurricane named Maria is now approaching the Caribbean Sea area. It looks like it'll cross over Puerto Rico on Wednesday, perhaps as a major hurricane, and then move to the on the east side of the Bahama Islands. We'll have to watch it after that. It could take a turn toward the southeast U.S. or turn out to sea, a little too early to say. And then there's a third system out in the eastern Atlantic named Lee, tropical depression at this time. It looks like it'll probably fall apart over the next couple of days. First of all, Jose, currently a Category 1 hurricane. It is moving north about 9 miles per hour. It looks like it'll continue to take that kind of a track and then turn to the north and east, and it actually after that could loop back around towards the mid-Atlantic region, probably in a weakened state. Now, it's entirely possible that tropical storm conditions affect the Delmarva Peninsula coastal region, the coastal areas of New Jersey, Long Island, even into New York City, and certainly southern New England can have tropical storm conditions from Jose from later tomorrow into early Wednesday. That means wind gusts perhaps up to 50 miles per hour or so, some soaking rainfall as well along those coastal sections, and there certainly can be some coastal flooding at times of high tide during the closest approach of Jose. And again, it looks like from later tomorrow into early Wednesday. It does not look like Jose will make a direct impact, a landfall on the northeast U.S. coastline, but it'll come awfully close. And again, even staying offshore, there can be some tropical storm conditions from later tomorrow into early Wednesday, all the way from the Delmarva coastline up across the New Jersey coastal sections, New York City, Long Island, and especially southern New England. Meanwhile, Maria is moving to the northwest, west-northwest, and it looks like right here is Puerto Rico. Probably crosses right over Puerto Rico, perhaps as a major hurricane later tomorrow into Wednesday. And then it'll probably take a path like this to the east side of the Bahama Islands, and then be in a position here. It's a little too early to say if it cuts out to sea at that point or not, because there will be an interaction most likely with Jose, and it's very difficult to pinpoint exactly what kind of interaction those two systems will have. In fact, if Jose does take a track like this and then move seemingly out to sea, but then take a loop back around like this, it could very well influence the ultimate positioning of Maria late in the weekend or the early part of next week. So just too early to say exactly where Maria will end up in terms of the southeast U.S. coastline or not. It does look like it'll cross over Puerto Rico over the next 48 hours. Again, perhaps as a major hurricane. It's currently a Category 2, could strengthen to a Category 3 by the time it hits Puerto Rico. Jose, by the way, Category 1, has a slight chance of intensifying into a Category 2. Most likely just holding on as a Category 1 as it moves north over the next several hours. And again, Lee looks like it'll fall apart. It's in an area of unfavorable environmental conditions. Here's a colorized infrared satellite imagery loop from the Penn State EWAL site. First of all, Jose right here, it actually looks like it may be becoming extra tropical, kind of not maintaining those tropical warm core characteristics of the last couple of days. Again, it's still classified as a hurricane, but it very well could be becoming non-tropical or extra tropical at this point. Moving northward, and again, there can be some tropical storm conditions along coastal sections later tomorrow into tomorrow night and early Wednesday from Delmarva Peninsula across New Jersey, Long Island, and certainly in areas of southern New England. Here's Maria, the healthiest of these three systems right now, Category 2, right about to enter in the Caribbean Sea area. And again, here is Puerto Rico. It looks like Maria has Puerto Rico in its sights, probably as a major hurricane later tomorrow or Wednesday, and then it's likely to continue the northwest track to the east of the Bahamas. The last frame or two here, you can see Lee classified now as a tropical depression, quite likely will fall apart over the next couple of days. Well, let's take a look at last night's European model run in 24-hour increments. This is from tropicaltidbits.com. First of all, here's the position of Jose as of last evening, Sunday evening. And let's just move ahead in 24-hour increments. There it goes, takes a jump to the north. And again, there can be tropical storm conditions later tomorrow across the coastal regions from Delmarva all the way up to southern New England. Let's go out another 24 hours. There it's just south of Long Island. Again, certainly some 50, 55-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible. Long Island, southern New England, even along the Jersey coastline. This is the Tuesday night forecast from last night's 0Z European model run. Go out another 24 hours. Here it starts to make that turn to the north and east, seemingly out to sea, but then we'll see. It could very well take an unusual loop back around and head back towards the mid-Atlantic region. Let's go out another 24 hours, and there it goes, starting to kind of loop back around here. This is Thursday night's forecast map. Let's go out another 24 hours, starting to cut now back to the southwest. Meanwhile, Maria is starting to show up here east of the Bahama Islands by the weekend. Let's go out. And then here we go, kind of a interaction between Jose, which loops back towards the mid-Atlantic region, and then Maria starting to get in the picture. And exactly how these two interact is just too difficult to say at this time, very difficult for the models. There's something called the Fujiwara effect that meteorologists refer to when two hurricanes get rather close together. They tend to dance around each other. And whether this ends up turning this way and Maria out that way, or the other way around, this that way and the remnants of Jose this way, just a little too early to say. Let's go out another 24 hours here. And here, all of a sudden, it's a flip. This is actually Maria, and here's Jose again, jumps back towards the coastline. So certainly be an interaction between Jose, which looks like it'll turn to the northeast and then loop back around back towards the mid-Atlantic region, as Maria cuts up to the north and west on the east side of the Bahamas. Let's go out one more frame here, and here we are 24 hours later. Maria stays off the coast, and here's Jose, believe it or not, at this time. This is by the middle part of next week. So the tropics, very active indeed. Jose will have an impact, not a direct impact, but an indirect impact on the coastal regions from Delmarva, New Jersey, New York City, Long Island, all the way up to southern New England over the next 48 hours, primarily later tomorrow into early Wednesday. And then we'll keep an eye on Maria. It looks like it'll cross over Puerto Rico, perhaps as a major hurricane by the middle of this week, and then slide on just to the east of the Bahama Islands. So a lot going on here in this climatologically active time of the year for the Atlantic Basin tropical season. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.